Hey guys, Kane here. So it has been quite a while since I have done something like this. I wanted to do one for a full year, but I suppose a account review of around 400 days is just a little over a year. Of course, this is not a free-to-play account. If you pretty much watch my videos, you would know that I am a spender. But I spend on things that are sort of efficient and not just randomly see something shiny and get it just because. So my account review will more or less be from a dolphin type of view. So starting from basic events like Dwarf's Treasury, I should be rank 2 in this event and I have not fully maxed it yet. I am almost at the point where my devil just kills all the dwarves with just the wither proc. I kinda do not have that much time to spend in the day to just reset and reset until I get it. So I am personally just gonna wait until Devil scales to the point where he can just max everything easily. I do not have Sandro, so I cannot get over 2600 without it, or trying for hours. Crypts also kinda requires a lot of attempts, and when you catch that one attempt, then you would be able to sweep. At the moment, I do not have a lot of time to retry, so whenever I find some time, I will most likely go over 400 million. As did many others. I have what it takes to get there, just that this takes more than 30 tries, most of the time, and time on my part is really very short. Or I get bored too easily retrying things so many times, it's one of the two. When it comes to Arena, I am currently rank 1. Across the length of this server I have beaten the Kraken that we had, named Kiss of Moon, and his Russian friends told me that because of my devil, he had quit the game. He quit just before the VIP update or shortly after, and thus may not have noticed that he can get a similar power devil just like mine, and fairly easily. But I think he continued to pump the Necropolis faction, which can get eaten by plenty of others, and eventually grew tired from getting beat down to rank 5 or rank 7 from rank 1 just before reset. And when he would attack me just before, he ended up kinda losing at a 75% rate or so, against a person 2.5 million power lower, so it could have added some frustration on him. Similar things happened with Wix, but he ended up buying bad packs, spending money in very silly ways, so he remained rank 2 for a while. And when Halanx changed to Fortress faction with the Hydra Awakening, he happened to beat Wix fairly easily on offense and defense, and that pretty much caused Wix to quit. If Halanx had Judicator, I think he could have taken rank 1 in Arena from me, just that he did not get it on the previous altar. I forgot the reason why, but when he gets it, I will most likely go to rank 2 for a little while, unless Venom Spawn or Evil Sorceress will appear earlier. All is left to be seen. In terms of roster, I have quite a few rosters developed. How well, it depends on what units I am using. Rampart is probably my best one because I was using them for a long time though. But Inferno, defensive, casters, offensive and dungeon are all well developed, because my 3 formations mostly consist of these types of units. And recently I started slowly working on the charging units, since dungeon units will contain 3 chargers, for now at least, and one of them being a commander, and another pretty strong debuffer. They may be used in plenty of my formations, so I want them to be pretty much top class. Magic Guild is pretty much universal, and what I have here is what most people should use, since it is the best possible for what you can get at the moment. There is no better, since the other 2 trees, they will give chance based skills, they will not reliably proc in almost any important place or part in the battle, and basing it all on either 20% for double summon or 2% to avoid the damage from a spell is not something that I deem very good. Now moving on to Bookshelf, I am trying to farm the spell marks in Underground, sell them and buy orange and purple skills. That would increase the hero defense and hero attack and level them up. So as you can see, most of these skills are level 3 and above. This is very cheap stats, which still affect your entire team. I would not say this is very important early on in the servers, but after many of your core units have their potentials finished, this is a good place to use your energy on. In terms of inventory, there is not much things that I'm saving at the moment, apart from the faction chests, which I use during those specific faction weeks for more currency, silver keys for whenever we reach the red resources, skill XP stones, I wanna have enough for some commanders to level 15, all skills, so I am somewhat saving them, but in general most of my units that I am using right now are all level 15 skills. So if I would raise the skills, it would just be small points for roster. Other than that, I have 250 Covenant Scrolls for UR units, so pretty much filled one altar for max rewards and left it right there. In terms of faction leaders, I have 2 for the longest of time, Xeron and Dragon Mutair. But with the new updated VIP packs, I have taken Gem because Rampart was another formation I was focusing on. Currently I'm focusing on getting Purple First Aid for Xeron. I can't seem to land it even after 100 plus refreshes. Apart from these 3 faction leaders, I do not have any more. Artifacts may look a little over the place. You may notice I have over 4.2 million artifact power, but many artifact skills are low level. The thing is, I did not spend money during that Easter bug event where people got a lot of casting crystals, so for me to upgrade these would cost a lot of diamonds for barely any value to me. So important ones, yes, they are upgraded, like the 2 green artifacts, the blue wizard's well. Apart from that, most of them are just at a decent level, like the Axe of Ferocity, but pretty much the cost of upgrading such skills is so high that the value I would get from that is so little that it would just be better to spend diamonds on emblems or whatever. Not saying you should do that or anything, but the diamond value for the buff is just against you. Other than that, you can see that most pieces are fairly high level, and many of them are either 4 or 5 stars. I prioritize mostly unit HP, unit attack, and hero stats like hero attack and hero defense, since most of my damage and performance is strictly based around the units and not the hero spell damage. I am halfway to Angelic Alliance +3, I could get it even right now, but I am saving my orange tiers for when I would be able to buy Armageddon's Blade from the shop. At the moment I can buy 2 pieces, moving on being able to get a third. I need over 20,000 orange tiers to be able to make the Armageddon's Blade +2, just to use it. So yeah, this will take a few months of actually gathering your materials to get, unless you straight up buy it, but me, nah. I'm saving. Apart from that, most of my units, many have seen quite often. Main formation is Inferno. Devil is almost 570,000 power, or close to that number, since I need just 3 more assassin emblems for him to hit the next Holy Mastery, which would pretty much raise his power by a minimum of 20,000. His talents are maxed. Other than that, most other Infernos are decently upgraded, but not decked out. And now I'm trying to slowly upgrade dungeon units so they would be somewhat okay-ish to perform in many instances than just weak opponents. I also still need proper emblems for many of them. Some of these emblems are there just because I want a power boost and reach 10 million power, like Hellhound and Unicorn, since I add them to backup, so don't pay much attention to those, as I move those emblems to dungeon units during particular events. I suppose my next few biggest plans is to get Armageddon's Blade +2, Venom Spawn 6 star, and Evil Sorceress 5 or 6 stars. That should all be accomplished this year, probably half year. We will need to see what new things they may add and what they can do. That's pretty much for this video. Thanks for watching guys, and stay safe.